still don't understand this. That line of code that I just got rid of is the same thing as index plus plus. And I don't actually need that. I forgot. So usually I'm just going to write index plus plus. This increments by 1. So if index is 0, then index plus plus changes index to 1. And so that's all that does. So I make this. I have some index starting at 0 and going all the way to 5. Wait, you're saying what? 5? I thought you said this was 6. Well, it is 6. But this has to be less than 6. So I start at 0. Is 0 less than 6? Yes, of course it is. So it jumps inside my loop and it does something. Well, I could do grades. 0 gets 0.0. That would be fine. However, all that does is in the 0th position, it puts 0.0. So let's run through, let's see what the heck this does. It says integer index gets 0. Great. So index is 0. And then it checks this. Is index less than 6? Because that's what the length of grades is. Is index less than 6? Yes, it is. Okay. In the 0 box, put 0.0. So this doesn't have anything in it. Put 0.0. Great. And then it reaches the end of this. It gets to this curly brace and it goes, oh wait, let's increment. So index was 0. It got to this curly brace and then it said, okay, let's add 1 to index. So from 0, add 1. Index is now 1. And then it checks this. Is 1 less than 6? Of course it is. And then it goes back and it says, okay, in spot 0, still put 0.0. So it goes back over this and then clears it and then puts in 0.0 again. Wait a minute. That's not what I want. I want it to change. I want it to put something in here. Well, 0, this will never change. You can consider it it's not a variable. It's not a variable. It's 0 the whole entire time. For every iteration of this loop, this is still going to be 0. If I want to change, this is like position 0, position 1, position 2, position 3, position 4, position 5. If I want it to change through that, I have to make this a variable. Well, what variable is changing from 0 to 1 to 2 to 3? It's index. I hope it makes sense. I don't know how else to explain it, but index is changing. So when index is 0, this is looking in this box because this is the 0th box, the first box, the second box. I'm just going to say position 0, position 1, position 2, position 3, position 4, position 5. I hope I'm repeating myself and you're like, I get it, fast forward the video. No, don't fast forward the video. But grades index, the first time will be grades 0. So it'll be looking into this position and it'll put in a 0.0. Great. And then it's going to increment. So from 0, add 1, store it back in index. So now index is 1. And it's going to check this. Is 1 less than 6? Of course it is. So then it's going to go grades 1, which is this position, put in 0. Oh, look at that. Isn't that sweet? And then so it puts in 0. And then it's going to get to this curly brace and it's going to, okay, let's index again. Let's index again. Increment again. Index is 1 and then plus plus, so that makes index into 2 and then it checks it again. 2 is 2 less than 6? Of course it is. So grades 2, 0, 1, 2. Grades 2 gets 0. Oh, look at that. I filled this. 0.0. And then it gets to this, so it's like, okay, great, I put in 0. And then it's going to get to this curly brace. I hope this is tedious, and I hope you're like, oh, okay, I get it, but keep watching. So then I get to this curly brace, I index again, all right, I increment again. So instead of 2, it's 2 plus 1, and then store back into index. So now it's 3. Index is 3. Is 3 less than 6? Yes, it is. So then it goes back into the loop, and it says grades 3. Index is 3, 0, 1, 2, 3, puts in a 0.0. Hopefully you see the pattern. It's just traversing this array and putting in this value. And then at the very end, so suppose it went and did all of this, the last one would be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So suppose index is 5, grades in the 5th or the 5 position gets 0.0. It gets to this, it increments. So from 5, it adds 1, stores it back in index. So now index is 6, and then it checks it. Is index less than 6? Is 6 less than 6? No, it's not. So then it doesn't